We've just arrived in Tacloban with the C-130 packed full of aid. We've got a lighting rig behind us. There's no electricity in many of these areas. That will be very helpful to medical teams on the ground. We've also got the Land Rover, as you can see. This is actually packed with chainsaws and other cutting equipment so that when it gets onto the ground it can cut through the debris on the road and just get to the people who most need the help. Also here is International Development Secretary Justine Greening, who's come to have a look at how British Aid is helping people on the ground. Just tell us what British Aid has already arrived on the ground and how it's helping people.
Well, we sent a lot of the clearing equipment that's made sure the airport's available to be used to land flights like this. We sent food aid, water purification kits, shelter kits, in other words tents, so that people can actually get protected from what we can see as a really wet environment, lots of rain recently.
There's been criticism that international aid hasn't been getting here quick enough. I mean, Britain's HMS Illustrious is only arriving tomorrow, more than 2 weeks after the disaster hit, with those vital helicopters on board. I mean, did Britain act quick enough in this?
I think we've been really at the forefront of the international response. We've provided more financial support. The British people have been massively generous in terms of their donations to the Philippines appeal, £55 million now. We've actually had a HMS Daring already here for several days now, getting out to some of those outer-lying islands that were really cut off, and actually it was literally Britain who sailed to their help to provide support for them. They'll continue doing that until HMS Illustrious arrives, but you're right, Illustrious has much more capability even than Daring, and will mean that we can really get out to some of those communities that still haven't been reached.
Okay, Justine Greening, thank you very much. Well, we're about to unload all of this and head into Tacloban city to see some of the devastation there and see how British Aid is helping. This C-130 is carrying 30 to 40 tonnes of aid every day to all sorts of areas just like this one, and it's expected to stay here doing this work for the next month or so.